51-37. In Game 2, Woodinville beat Snohomish, the host team, 52-31. In Game 3, Jackson beat Everett 78-74. And here, as we head into the fourth and final quarter, it is the Issaquah Eagles and the Stanwood Spartans. Spartans with a 49-33 lead over the Issaquah Eagles out of the King Cove 4A, Bill.
And so Stanwood with the ball, a lot of players getting some good playing time. These tournaments are great for giving your whole roster a chance to to get some playing time. And remember, all 6 of these teams have to wake up, or all 8 of these teams wake up and do it again tomorrow and then again on Saturday.
Here's a workaround now, a couple of misses by Stanwood, and then the little hook shot up and good by Julia Heichel makes it 51-33. Stanwood up by 18 points. Issaquah with it, Heichel out between the circles.
Stanwood back into that special zone defense with playing man-to-man as Mandy Hill returns for Issaquah.
Down underneath it goes to McNary and kicks it back out. Down to 7, down to 6. Going through, Mandy Hill puts it up too hard off the back of the iron, no good. Grabbing the offensive rebound, turnaround jumper up by Winterstein, no good. They'll reload again and get it back as they try to dribble drive through. A couple of misses. That's at least 4 misses on this possession. Just about everybody had a chance for it and couldn't get it. Up the floor, here comes Stanwood. Spartans lead it big by 18 points, and the ball is going to come out of bounds right in front of us.
This game's gotten a little bit sloppy here about the latter part of the third quarter and into the fourth quarter here as maybe a little too much holiday now sets in.
Inbounds now. Boy, it looked like Tatum Dow just got it, then got hit from the side there by one of the Stanwood players. Oh, and then right through the hands of Tatum Dow, and out of bounds it goes. Bob Ritchie still up working Mike Cashman looking for a foul.
He's got to be more just upset by the fact that his team just cannot buy a hoop. They've gotten some open looks, just cannot put them down.
Man-to-man pressure on Issaquah, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Mandy Hill.
And that's going to be her 4th personal foul, if I'm not mistaken. Second personal foul. Several
players showing some frustration out there with some of the physicality of the game.
Ball's knocked out of bounds. Remember, Issaquah comes in 4-0 in Kinko 4A play, winning 3 in a row. They beat Ballard 36-34, beat Skyline 69-58, and Issaquah beat Roosevelt 53-39. Jump ball is called. A tie-up, and we go back the other way, and it will be Issaquah Eagle basketball. Stanwood comes in after getting postponed by snow again on a Friday night, like most teams did up on this end. They beat Marysville Getchell last Wednesday 74-29. Inbounds for Issaquah. Now the Eagles in front court. Turnaround jumper from 16 feet away. It's up, and it is good for Ellen McNary.
Finally, one of those open looks go for Issaquah as they've been unable to capitalize on any of those very frequently.
Spartans out of backcourt. To the left wing they go. One Issaquah player kind of trips and falls down. That leaves a little open lane to the hoop for 1 shot, 2 shots. Neither one would go for Haley Strobridge, and she will get another. Put Strobridge, Bill, out at 20 feet, and she can nail him, but the lay-in's not so much this evening.
Yeah, she really did well. She got 8 points in the first quarter, didn't score in the second, then got 4 quick points in the third quarter. So she's been really solid for them tonight.
Yeah, got off to a good start and then had a little bit of foul trouble and went to the bench as she makes a free throw.
First one is good, 52-35. The foul was whistled on Sarah Heigl, her first personal foul, and the 6th team foul.
Mandy Hill tried to take a charge on that play, but she's underneath the basket, and that's one of those unwritten rules. If you're underneath the basket, you're not going to get that call. So
next free throw is good, 53-35. 18-point lead. Up the floor, Issaquah. Mandy Hill with it. On top of the key, and they're going to have to call a foul. Overplaying the defense, Heichel will be whistled for the foul there, trying to reach and grab hold.
And I heard
first personal.
Heard Mandy Hill say, "Hey, it's about time on that." As this box and one defense, or diamond and one, I should say, is really taking her out of her game.
Over the right-hand side. Issaquah with it, bounce pass underneath. Little turnaround, little open lane to the hoop for Ellen McNary. It's up, and it's good for the 5'10 sophomore, and it's a 53-37 count. Stanwood with the big lead. And now with the basketball, moving down to our left. In the corner it goes. Looking for a double dribble or carrying the basketball, and didn't happen. The ball went out of bounds to the near side.
Yeah, definitely a travel with some happy feet coming across there.
And a timeout called by Stanwood. We'll step aside with 5:20 to go in the basketball game. It's Stanwood 53, Issaquah 37. Snohomish County Western Conference basketball. And on Saturday, so you'll have a chance to come over and enjoy some pretty good basketball that we've seen all day long. We've got Everett Silvertips on the air tomorrow and on Saturday. Here's an overplay in the defense. Issaquah turns it over. Stanwood gets it. Spartans out of backcourt. Spin move up the floor. Comes Samantha Powell. Now Strobridge. Strobridge dribble drive along the baseline. Puts it up with the right hand. Too hard with the lay-in. Surrounded by purple shirts. Strobridge and 4 purple shirts there surrounding the basketball, and they're going to call Strobridge for the foul.
Well, not so sure about that one. A good effort by Strobridge as she picks up her 4th foul. Issaquah playing good half-court defense, forcing Spartans way outside.
And now Issaquah with it, looking to dump it down low. Back out on top again, it goes to Longo. She'll start the dribble, goes right side. 4:34 to play in the game. Up fake for 3, brought the defender off. Longo goes in, lays it up and in. Got rid of one defender on the fake, went around the other defender, laid it up and in. Lost 2 on the same play.
Yeah, Palmer joined the parachute club that time, got faked out and made her pay for it with the layup.
Strobridge. Now the left-hand side, it goes to Jacobs. Her shot, 17-footer, went 16 feet, and the air ball's picked down by Lauren Longo. Longo up the floor, goes to Hill. Hill looks underneath, still looking. Now a little spin move, double team there as they'll work it around the perimeter. 19 on the shot clock, 3 ball on the way. It's going to be an air ball as well. Longo missed it, and then the rebound, though, picked up and put in by Ellen McNary. The lead is down to 12 points at 53-41. 3:46 to go.
This game is not over. Issaquah is making a run, and Stanwood a little bit lackadaisical with the basketball.
Here's a 3. Oh, what's a dagger right there for Julia Heichel. Buries the 3-ball left wing. Makes it back to a 15-point lead.
And McNary was having a good stretch there. She's had a pretty good second half, kind of getting Issaquah to claw back in, but that 3, as you mentioned, definitely a dagger.
So look and see if Issaquah can maybe make one more run. They're taking a lot of time here, down to 8 on the shot clock. Longo has the top of the key, 5 on the shot clock. Swings it past right side. McNary will shoot a 3. That's an air ball. Didn't touch anything, so shot clock violation. Oh, they can say kicked? That's got to be a shot clock violation. Oh, I don't know.
What are they saying?
They're going to say kickball. It's going to be Issaquah basketball.
Kickball with the ball didn't hit the rim. That's a 30-second violation.
That's a 30-second violation to me because the horn was going off as before the ball hit the ground.
Well, the kick also has to be intentional. I mean, they're fighting for the ball.
Yeah, they got it right. That's what you said. That's all you want. You wanted to get it right. You were going to throw the challenge flag, weren't you?
Well, mine were usually verbal challenge flags.
That ended up with the other team all by themselves shooting free throws.
Sometimes.
Here's a fadeaway jumper for Stanwood. Up and it is in. Heichel buries that one as well. This one just about has been salted away at 58-41.
Yeah, Heichel with 7 points in this quarter, 18 for the night, plus drawing the toughest defensive thing. She's had a great game.
Going in underneath, I think, in the early voting for our player of the game in this ball game. Here's a shot. It's going to be a little bit long. No good by Jillian Jacobs.
Yeah, and Heichel had the lay-in opportunity there and slightly drew the defense and gave it up to one of her teammates who shot it frustratingly off the underneath part of the backboard. And we used to always make some highlight clips with some bloopers, and those were quite frequent with the underneath the backboard. And the kids always liked the bloopers, and they're not so funny during the game, but afterwards they are.
So timeout called on the floor by Stanwood. Will step aside. 58-41, Spartans by 17. Snohomish County Western Conference basketball on Fox Sports 13.
Diamond and one along with Sierra Palmer, but she's definitely got my vote and 3 for 3 here in the fourth quarter to kind of help salt it away.
Yep. Are you going to go with this, Mike?
I'm right there. I think what Bill thinks.
Oh, I wish I could get my wife to say that.
2.5 minutes to go, and here we go. Issaquah basketball. Down by 17 points. Do they have one more run? A couple of threes? No, not committing a turnover, and that's what happens this time. Paige Montague commits turnover number 23 for Issaquah, 20 for Stanwood, but Issaquah just seemed to hurt them more.
Yeah, they just can't seem to get any flow or rhythm going.
So Spartan basketball, down to the final 2 minutes to play. A little overplay in the defense. Samantha Powell has it. She'll try to go around the defender to the right side. Heichel deep in the right-hand corner. Entry pass down, turnaround jumper on the way. It's going to be off the back of the iron, no good by Strobridge. And then a foul's called.
There's a foul on the rebound that time by Janaea Taylor. On the other hand, on the entry pass, I thought there was a similar contact that could have been called, and they let that go.
So free throws coming up here. Ellen McNary will be at the free throw line for the Issaquah Eagles. Issaquah now will play tomorrow against Jackson here. Free throw is going to be no good. And then they'll wind up the weekend against Monroe here at Snohomish High School in the tournament. No winner at the end of the tournament. The games and the matchups are all preset.
They're all winners.
In our book, they're all winners.
Well, Issaquah has been very assertive, very aggressive, and they finally got called for hacking and grabbing, and Stanwood's now going to be at the line shooting a 1-and-1.
First one is no good. That's all she will get. Janaea Taylor misses. Issaquah will clear it out. Final minute and a half. Up the floor, Liza Watson. Comes across the timeline. Changing direction with the dribble. Goes right side. Heigl looking down low. Finding McNary. She gets it at the baseline. Double team there. Back out it goes to Heigl. They'll reset the offense. 7 on the shot clock. Top of the key, Longo. Dribble drive along the right-hand side. Puts it up off balance. No good. Didn't touch anything. Ball nearly went out of bounds and would have been a shot clock violation anyway. So it will be Stanwood Spartan basketball inbounding with 30 on the shot clock. A minute 11 to go in the game.
There's Issaquah trying to run offensive set, the T game, and just again cannot seem to get any rhythm going offensively, and coming out in a full court press, being aggressive, and get called for another foul. Stanwood again going to the line for the 1-1.
Haley Strobridge will be at the stripe. The foul was called on Sarah Heigl, her second personal foul, and the 8th team foul. 1:04 to play. 17-point lead.
We didn't see Weiberg check back in at all for Issaquah after that stretch in the third quarter. So
no, she's been sitting down there. free throw, no good. 59-41, 18-point lead. Stanwood's lead equals their biggest lead of the ball game. Down to 56 seconds to go. Issaquah, Longo has it at the right side. Now to McNary, puts it up off balance a little bit. It's going to come off and be missed, no good. Rebound grabbed by Janaea Taylor. Up the floor they come. Haley Strobridge. And then a bad pass down to the baseline. Liza Watson will pick that off. Then a long up-court pass. Ball will go out of bounds, and it'll be instead turned right back over to Stanwood with 33 seconds to play in the basketball game.
Full court pressure still by Issaquah. They're not giving up, which is a good sign.
Up the floor, left side, forcing a pass down underneath to Kylie Wright. So we've seen just about everybody. Haven't seen Tristan Murphy for the Stanwood Spartans.
She's not eligible right now. I talked to her before the game. She'll be ready to go here in a week or so.
Okay, so I think we've seen everybody else just about for Stanwood. Here's a shot on the way, a little bit too long. It's going to be an air ball, no good by Strobridge. Down to 17 seconds to go, and Issaquah will dribble it up. And Julia Heichel will be our Skagit State Bank player of the game, but we will hear from her coming up in our post-game show. Down low it goes, turnaround jumper, foul is going to be called. With 3 seconds to go, free throws coming up here for Janaea Taylor. And that's 5 on Strobridge. And check, it'll be Paige Montague at the free throw line. Strobridge will foul out with 5 personal fouls.
I see the head of the officiating association across the way, blending in wearing the red sweatshirt. Dan Taylor is over on the other side.
He did one of the early games.
I'll have a talk with him about that.
First free throw is good.
I've known Dan for years. Good guy.
Next free throw, no good. 59-42. The time will wind down, and that will be it. And the Stanwood Spartans will win this one. Final score of 59